Hey guys, I'm back here for another video. I decided to get back on here. I got on my pajamas cuz as y'all know, I work. I mean, I'm just not on YouTube. I do have real job, real, other stuff to do. Not saying YouTube is not real. I'm just not there yet. As I told y'all before, college, I'm college educated, master's degree. I used to be a principal, a teacher, all of that. I just want to put that out there because y'all got me messed up, okay? So I'm going to rewind this back again, okay? And for all you winos out there, y'all go drink your liquor and get drunk because some of y'all is off up here. Because what I did was reacted to a video. I never said anything because I don't know what the lady do, but it's amazing that her very friends have some really bad things to say. It just is it's weird, but I'm reacting to the video. If you don't like it, I don't care. Go drink your wine, get drunk, do your drugs, or whatever it is you do. Do it. But get up out my comments, especially when I click on your profile picture and your wig look like that, or you look like that. So let me give you a let me tell you something. If you're going to be commenting in somebody's comments, don't be funny looking because all I do is laugh. I just be like laughing. Like, I be like, why don't y'all fix your face instead of being in somebody's comments with so much bull? I can react to any video I want. Are you mad because you was a hoe or you still a hoe or what's your problem? But what I'm gonna do is I think some of y'all kind of thought that Storm had started something. I don't think that he started anything. In fact, he was actually responding to a video that Tasha K put out. Now, maybe he decided I don't know, he wanted to say what he wanted to say. You got to understand, sometimes, you get tired of people speaking on you, especially if you feel like y'all don't have a friendship. And I think that's what happened because it was like, why is she, constantly talking about me? So let me get up this video because what happened was Tasha K, in normal Tasha K fashion, she didn't like what what's his name, make it make sense. She didn't like what he said. So she did say she had his phone number, but instead of calling him, she made a video. And I'm just like, here we go. Another failed relationship with Tasha K. Like, I've been watching this since I've been on YouTube, so I can react to it. And I'm gonna react to it, okay? She actually clipped my video. It looks like she unclipped it when I replied because, girl, like, don't try to make it seem like something is more than it is. You get on this very YouTube platform and lie on people. I'm just reacting to a video. I don't know any of this to be true. I'm just saying, reacting to it. So without further ado, I'm going to play the video because this is the video that, y'all, like, some people were like, well, why is Storm, saying something? I mean, he didn't just wake up. I don't believe in say that. He was responding because she added him into something that he didn't need to be added into. So let's get into this video. That this is what Tasha K posted, apparently at Make It Make Sense. Again, in normal Tasha K fashion, let's get into it.
I brushed my teeth before I got up here. Okay, I still got a little lipstick though. I be wearing them color stay lipsticks. They be staying like 3-4 days. It don't matter. It's as if I got like, cause they're doing that where they can, I guess, do these injections where they can keep your lips pink. And so now they're making color stay lipstick that literally I cannot get off with no olive oil, with no nothing. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. And so, yes, good morning, y'all. Hey, I got to talk to y'all about something. I have to, I got to get some things off my heart. And yeah, we'll talk about Deb on Monday. We had a colleague do a mediation, so calm down. Because it was literally just a joke that happened 3 weeks ago. So, and I'm never going to apologize for my comedy. Got to hear. So, but we'll talk.
So let me y'all probably saw this video already. So again, she get into it with everybody. Like, I just wouldn't want to get into it with everybody. I would, deliver my commentary or whatever without getting into it. Like, I'm not going to be getting into it with anybody. Like, why? That doesn't get me anything but lost time. So she's talking about this Deb stuff and she's rambling, but I don't know exactly where it is. But if I can figure it out, I'm going to start to fast forward it. But what is going to happen is she's going to mention Storm in this video, and Storm has nothing to do with it, because again, what she's doing is, this is against make it make sense. Again, she has a problem with make it make sense now, but what she's doing in addressing make it make sense, she brings up Storm. And if I remember correctly, she said something about Storm thought he was going to get a career, something to that magnitude that he didn't get. And I mean, he like, why she mentioned me, but I'm going to let it play out for y'all. Like I said, I don't know the exact place, but let's get it going.
About it on Monday. If Deb want to be left alone, she could leave the channel alone. That's what she could do, but she can't help herself. She's a wino. Okay. I want to talk about something a little bit more important. It is Sunday morning. It is a bit on the heavy side, but I've been witnessing some things over the years that I've kind of learned to uh not necessarily take a stance against y'all, but just say something. Just say something. And, in the past it's backfired what I'm about to do, but you know, I feel better. I feel better that at least I got it out. And hopefully, whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. But as a Patreon, as a viewer of somebody that
Now, I just got to say this, and this is a joke, because I am like, I don't know what's up with today, but I just been laughing and joking all day. But this kind of reminds me of when I was watching the Whack 100 video, and he was like, Tasha K, she just like me. She a dude just like me. Yeah, this giving that.
I respect. Um, just like the winos, how y'all will tell me, hey Tasha, don't do that, don't do this. I too, regardless of the size of my platform, have creators that I follow, and I'm a patron, I'm a paying customer too. And I may see something in there on the menu I don't like, and it's distasteful. And I hopefully, by the next time I visit this establishment, some changes are being made, or else I'm gonna take my business elsewhere.
Now, this, I just got to say something. So, what she's saying is, obviously she's on YouTube. There are people that she watched, but what she's referring to is something make it make sense said. Now, if you are a human and you have watched this woman channel, I know you have been offended a million times. So I'm not understanding what the F she's talking about, for the simple fact of lives in offending people. She lives there. She resides there. She is there. So when she speaks like this, it's kind of like giving weird vibes, because girl, you have said any and everything to offend everybody. And some of it is not always true. And even in the, sense that you are, giving your commentary, sometimes you can give your commentary and just give it and not drill into something that you don't even know if it's the truth.
And so we're getting the drops back in, lovely. We're getting some better drops back in. So just stay tuned, okay? She's talking about the oil of oregano. Yeah. So all right. So here's the thing. I am a huge fan of Make It Make Sense. And there's a reason why I'm not putting this on my big platform, because I don't want this to seem like it's an attack. I'm not dressed up. I'm not, I am in my bed because literally.
Okay, so she said she doesn't want it to seem like it is an attack, but it really is, because if I'm friends with somebody, if I do something that offends you, don't motherfucking make no video about me. You got my phone number. The minute you make a video about me and we have a friendship, we're no longer friends. So this is where it gets weird. And I'm only doing this video for the slow people because this is the video that she did. And that is why she got the response from Storm. And he said, I guess what he said. But here's the deal: you cannot, get somebody ignited and then want to govern how they respond to you, especially when it's like something you do on a continual basis.
I was just in my bed watching the video. And I want y'all to go watch this video. I really do. And I've had several, maybe two conversations in the past with Make It Make Sense over the phone. They were all work related and stuff like that. And, I know.
So, as you heard her, she has talked to Make It Make Sense over the phone. She got his number. Y'all talked over the phone. So, why are we making a video about somebody when you clearly have their phone number? As I said in my last video, she really seems like a person who does not know how to foster relationships. Now, she says that it was a work relationship. Do y'all work? Have you ever had a job outside of anything that you've ever created? So I've created businesses. I've also worked. So therefore, because I have worked in corporations, I have worked with small companies. Because I have done these things, I understand how business works. So if you have a working relationship with somebody and they say something you don't like at work, do you go to work and send out an email to everybody in your company and tell them about what the person did that you didn't like?
Tasha K headline content brings great views. I appreciate it because it definitely helps our platform and helps to spread the message. He has been a supporter of what we've been doing. I definitely support him. It's nice to look at an attractive gay man do his thing, right? And to be classy about it and to not call women, you know,
And this is where, like, I don't know what make it make sense, what he identifies as. I don't look at people and be like, is this person gay or is this person this? Now, you will feel certain things from certain people, but she's outright calling this man gay. Now, I don't know if he have said he was gay or what the situation is about that, but the fact of the matter is this is somebody that is supposed to be his friend, but she's doing a video saying that he gay. Now, I don't know if he said he was gay. I'm just saying these are the type of behaviors that I was speaking of when I said that she doesn't know how to be a friend. Now, if this is the type of friend that you guys like, and this is the type of relationships that you have, then you just toxic as fuck, because this is not a friendly relationship. This is, from what I can gather, it seems like what she does in all of her YouTube relationships.
out their name and stuff like that. And as a black gay man, it's very refreshing. Like I'm like, oh, I'm with one of the boys that's gonna protect me. That's how we look to our gay men. Like I may not be with my husband tonight, or I may not have a man, but y'all gonna protect me. I got two gay male best friends that I married. And when I tell you they don't let me walk home by myself, nothing. They act as if they share.
Now, is this video screaming for a psychologist, a therapist? Because, girl, you got a whole husband and you talking about another man protecting you. I'm very, very confused. I'm very, very confused. So, you're saying that your relationship with gay men is what you see as somebody to protect you. You have a husband. Is that not what he does?
Check, okay? And Sheck does not. Um, um, he knows that when I'm with them, I'm good. They ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. And they be around even at events that we've been y'all have been to that I've thrown, like the comedy shows, and they be right there, you know. And those are my men. They love to gossip, they love to kiki, they love the girls. They have great relationships with their mothers and sisters. Like I have never had a problem with the LGBTQ. Okay? Let me be specific about that. All right?
LGBTQ. Did she miss a letter? I mean, huh?
The T's, I don't know if there's something in the water because I just argued with one a few months ago about just address me as a woman, and I'm like, I would never do that. You're a trans woman. No, I'm a woman. No, you're not. And I was like, bleed, like that's a whole nother issue right there. So that has nothing to do with their sexuality. That's how they want to see themselves. And I don't even think they should be included in the LGBTQ community. And a lot of LGBTQ community members will tell you that. Them T's, they be on some other stuff. Okay. So, but I did want to say this. So, you guys know I have ever since, and let me clear up some stuff right now because I know a lot of y'all are a lot of fans of these people, and that is okay. That is okay. Okay. You know me, I don't give a damn who y'all watch, bruh. But if I see something, I'm saying it, I'm standing on it. And what you do with your time is what you do with your time. I just don't let certain people access my attention span too long because then it gets into my subconscious and then there's a whole nother thing going on. And I don't ever want that. So sometimes when I get these heavy stories, it's for um it's for reasons to inform the public. So like a Crime Stoppers, and then y'all know, and then we moving on.
So, reasons to inform the public, more so like Crime Stoppers. I thought that she was pure comedy and fun. I never thought anything she did was Crime Stoppers in any way, shape, or form to inform the public. I mean, if you look at the bio or whatever, I can't, it's something online, it says entertainment. So it's not given, ma'am, that you're a reporter. That's not what it's giving.
Because my platform tries to stay, you know, above a certain vibration, but at the same time,
Y'all, I gotta jump in because listen, like she said, a lot of times people on YouTube they'll follow multiple people, but I never got from her fan base that they were above shit because it seems like her fan base, and I'm just being honest, it seems like they are equal to her. What I've learned is with a lot of creators, they kind of attract the followers that are really, really like them. Now, when I go to my comments, all I see is low vibrational energy from people that follow her because they're mad because I did a reaction video. And this is how you know they are low vibrational, non educational. Okay, because I didn't say anything. I'm just reacting to a video. So it's not giving anything but low vibration.
raise awareness for things that need to be, uh, that you need to see. And so I'm being all the way real right now. This ain't no theatrics, and I pray that make it make sense. Doesn't take this the wrong way, which in the past everybody else has.
Girl, take responsibility for the shit that you do. She prayed. Now, why you want to bring God into some garbage? You pray that make it make sense. Don't take a video that you put out to everybody and the world to see. When shit, you could have just did a video and sent it to him, or you could have just text him. Girl, bye.
It's Tasha K saying it. So, I just got cussed out by Deb. But
You just got cussed out by Deb. Would y'all want to live a life where motherfuckers just keep cussing you out? Because at some point, it's something that you're doing. Because what you have to understand is celebrities are used to people talking about them, but it is the salacious way in which you talk about people. It's you, ma'am.
it is what it is. It's a part of who I am, what makes the platform special. It's my personality. But I'm not coming to him as Tasha K. I'm coming to him as Latasha Transrena Kiwi, a Patreon that was in his video, watching him review the Larry Reed uh, firing, okay, from BET. And I'm gonna be honest with you, all the way real. I was sick to my stomach watching that video. And here's why. Um, there's something about a group of n- men getting together outside their sexuality and they're laughing about another woman's vagina smell.
Okay, now I gotta jump in on this because, and I don't like bringing up certain people name, but I'm gonna bring this name up because it's relevant. Now she just said she don't like men getting together. Basically, what she's saying, talking about women, but she was the very one that was saying all this stuff about another woman based on what some men had told her. Now I'm not even going. I was gonna say I'm not even gonna say the lady name, but she was talking about another woman, not because of the experience she had with her, but because some a trans was it, I don't know if they call it trans or what, but it was two dudes that I guess they, you know, they act like girls or whatever you want to call them, and they were having a problem with a specific girl who is a YouTuber, and she went on an attack to that same woman saying all kind of stuff. Now it wasn't because her and the girl had a problem, it was because she was sent by somebody else. So listen to what she's describing on how what Make It Make Sense did made her feel a certain type of way when all this man is probably just doing a video and probably wasn't even thinking about her other than to do the video.
And brushing under the rug, they're blatant. Just, this is not the first time you've been accused, Larry Reed, of touching a child and admitting to touching a child. And Make It Make Sense knows this. He's seen the docuseries. He's seen the victims come out. And you could say, well, that's their account. That's fine. That's cool. Everybody deserves their day in court. We presented receipts that were from Larry Reed, okay, that stated he apologized to that young man. And Larry, in his mind, thinks a 15 or a 16-year-old is grown.
Now, what she's saying is she really doesn't like the fact that Make It Make Sense was, I guess, talking about Larry Reed. Now, here's the deal what I've learned about people, when you have friendships with people, just because you don't like a person, don't mean that they don't like them. Now, I agree with what she's saying because for me, when somebody is accused of being a pedo and messing with, kids, listen, you got to get away from me. Like, I just don't want to be your friend. I don't really want to have anything to do with you. So I understand what she's saying, but I also understand people decide who they want to be friends with, and I don't get to control that. But I don't think she understands this.
That is the age of consent. And true, Manny, if it stank, it stank. Okay? This is y'all are missing the let me make my point here. And like I said, whatever y'all say, I'm not making this video for y'all to agree with me. I'm talking to him right now. I'm talking to him. And so
So she's making a video to talk to Make It Make Sense when she has his phone number. Now you make that make sense. Make it make sense.
one day he may get it, one day he may not get it. I don't care. I don't care. But there's something about a group of men sitting up, um, addressing allegations about them not only sleeping with men in the house while their children were there and while their wife was there, using the kids' hair products, being accused of passing around STDs in the Black community. And then when all of this stuff is put on my table, and there are victims that come forward. And then he even recently, and we're talking about Larry Reed for now, not Make It Make Sense. We're talking about Larry Reed, had a young man on his platform to accuse TD Jakes of molesting him. And the entire time, Larry sat up there as the unregistered child predator that he is, because he does need to be in somebody's state registry. We need to know where he's staying. And allowed a man who went to jail for molesting other little boys, something that led.
Now I agree with what she's saying, but this don't really have anything to do with make it make sense. So I don't this all of this stuff she's saying about, Larry Reed, it really doesn't have anything to do with make it make sense. But the video, keep in mind that she's doing is for make it make sense.
Larry has avoided for years. Accuse TD Jakes and say that the reason he was molested by other, the reason he molested other kids was because TD Jakes planted the seed of trying to hug him, of trying to kiss him. Okay? Nobody, first of all, we were the only platform. See, that's how I can know you probably knew Tanya. Because we're gonna have a real candid conversation. Uh Nobody over here on the Unwind with Tasha K brand has ever accused Nicki Minaj's husband of doing anything. We have debunked those claims. So wrong platform. We're Barb's over here, baby. Okay, get it right. And like I said, had that man would have really done something, I wouldn't be a Barb. I don't give a damn who Nikki is, who her mama is, none of that. I don't play when it comes to children. You know why? Because I was molested as a child. I know what it's like to be 5 years old and have somebody.
And I believe that is the true problem here. I mean, and hey, I don't have it for nobody that's been accused of something like this either. But I think the problem is, you know, the issue that she has with what happened to her. But you got to separate the issues, which I know is hard. Trauma is hard. But keep in mind, she is doing a video about make it make sense. But if you guys listen, all you hear is about what Larry Reed did. This don't have nothing to do with him.
Brainwash you and take advantage of you. Okay, so this is for people that you know have a heart per se, have a conscience. Okay, now back to what I'm saying. So we review each other's content. Make it make sense has always reviewed the content. He's seen
So, wouldn't that give a friendly relationship if he's reviewing your content, if you're reviewing his content? And, that's why I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you just send him a text message? And if y'all would ever ask me about like relationships in this YouTube world, I'm going to avoid them because it seems like people are really weird here. I don't know if they just too desperate and just want to make sure to step on everybody's toes. I don't know what it is, but just think to imagine that you are somebody's friend, y'all review each other's content, but the moment they got a problem with you, they go on the internet. Yeah, that's weird.
and this is not me trying to get him to change his mind and agree with me. And I hope because they love to say that, oh, look at her, she's calling me out just because I don't agree with you. This has nothing to do with that. But it is very distasteful when your audience is 90% women who birth children, black women who birth children, who birthed you, and you will platform content that degrades the very woman that put you here. It's not me, I'm talking about general because you have to understand, as women, we move different. And I think a lot of gay men are tone deaf to this. And I'm telling you something, that's either going to make or break your growth. I swear to God.
Well, here's the deal. I totally understand and I get where she's coming from. So I'm not gonna, make it seem like I don't understand what she's saying. But part of the issue is, you have to take responsibility for your actions. So when you have male gay friends and you see the behavior and the things that they do toward women and you are really down with it to the point that you're doing it, how can you call out the very behavior that you allowed to happen in your presence? So what she's getting to is she didn't like the point that make it make sense play the video of Larry Reed saying whatever he was saying about Tasha, which is kind of similar to some of the weirdos in my comments. I don't have any loyalty to Tasha. I don't know her. I am simply doing my commentary. So there is no way that I'm going to say, oh, I'm not going to play this video because Tasha is in it. Now, if a video came out with me, do you think people not going to be talking about it? Like, I'm talking about anybody in this space that I feel like my audience would want to know about. So you know what I mean? The stuff that she's saying and what she has done don't add up.
I swear to God. And I want you to grow. You got a lot of eyes on you. People love your charismatic personality. I love it, you know? But it's like we've seen the platforms that pander to the black women, and they say what we want, they do our content, they're the gossip queens, they do it, it's nice, it's a kiki, we love. But when it comes to you platforming two men um who have aided in making sure that victims don't get heard, who have used court systems to make sure victims don't get hurt, who have been accused of doing the most heinous thing. And when I put out the allegations and I continue to raise awareness about Larry Reed, I don't care if the text message is 2 years.
So this is another part of this. You know, Tasha is on this crusade to expose Larry Reed, but that was her friend. So you know, at some point it had to be given something because he's saying that something weird also happened between y'all two. Now, I'm not talking about Larry Reed. I don't, like I said in my last video, I don't care to talk about Larry Reed, but this is who she's talking about. So I'm going to add my commentary so that you guys understand. So keep in mind, again, like I said on my last video, it's something with this woman with relationships because you could have exposed him and not, you didn't need to be his friend. But how did you all get so close to where he was in your house around your kids and he's saying other stuff took place, but now you're so gun-ho on exposing them? Now I get it. You know, that information should be out in the public, but I'm looking at you side-eye too because that was your friend.
Years old. I just got it today because you sat there on your platform and you lied and said you quit. Well, they fired you. Devon Franklin was on that team that fired you. Megan Good's ex-husband. He's a big fan of yours. That's the reason why um you got that gig in the first place. And you can't tell me nothing about Devon because Devon like too many bad bitches to be kidless. When you see them, you see these men that love to be around the girls like they love to put money in the girls' pocket like that. And we're talking about heterosexual to gay men, and that's okay. We want them to, um, you know, be non-biased. Like a man should, his sexuality should not be threatened. But when you refuse to have children with a woman and to plant your seed and divorce her and not make her feel like she was woman enough for you, but she was woman enough to make you a lot of money in a church that is predominantly in these days ran by black women and gay men. Church rarely has heterosexual men in these days. Heterosexual men stay home and watch football, and those are just the facts. It's black men and it's black gay men and black women. It's the demographic of it now. Um, um, you have to be very careful in how you present content because I was sitting up and I was watching it and I watch all your content and I've never felt offended the way that I felt offended today.
Okay, guys, pay attention. This is the part that she's going to start talking about now. Make it make sense. If you guys were paying attention, the entire of this video up until now, she was talking about Larry Reed. The reason why she's talking about Larry Reed is clearly now she don't like him. But Make It Make Sense did a video with Larry Reed. So she's probably thinking like, you my friend, why are you doing a video? I don't know. Maybe that's what she's thinking because I don't understand why you talking about Larry Reed, and now you're talking about make it make sense. If the video was about make it make sense, I guess talk about make it make sense, but just pay attention to what she's saying.
because I don't give it. This ain't got nothing to do with me, baby. I've been married 19 years. Ain't no man ever got on this platform to say anything about me as not being a good wife or you
Well, that's not true because what's that man's name? Whack 100 did, and now Larry Reed is. So I don't know if she's saying Larry Reed is a liar or Whack 100 is a liar, but just say they lied because they definitely did say some stuff about you.
having issues. But I've noticed men like Funky Dineva, Larry Reed, T.S. Madison, who else? Um, Armand, Storm. They always seem to go for the woman's body odor.
Okay, so Storm's name was just mentioned. So for all of you in the comments saying, well, why is Storm talking about this? This is because this is the video that she released and he was minding his business. Well, at least probably the business that pays him. So she goes to talking about him.
Or how unattractive she is, or and they have black women dominated audiences and black men, right? They constantly use black women to platform themselves because that's how they got their platforms was off of a black woman. That's how they got here was off of a black woman. That's how they're making money was off of a black woman, and they continue to make money off of black women. But as soon as some content is put out there from another one of your own, like your black gay men, okay, is like yeah, yeah. Y'all kiki and be like they pussy stink. They did say that because there I think there's an underlying and I'm not saying make it make sense you think like this. I'm just saying I think it's just in your motherfucking DNA that when you're not sexually attracted to women,
So guys, she's rambling, but I actually watched that video because I needed to understand what the hell she was talking about. In the Make It Make Sense video, he didn't say anything about, I mean, he was just laughing and doing a video. For y'all that don't do YouTube, it's not easy. Sometimes you have to push yourself. So I don't know if he was laughing because he wanted to provide some laughter to his commentary or just laughing about what was said. But at the end of the day, he didn't, or maybe I missed it. I didn't hear him say anything disrespectful.
then there's this perception of how women really are, and that's the reason why maybe you can't sexually uh be sexual with a woman. And that's cool. And so when you got Larry Reed, Larry, come in my mouth only if you're under the age of 15 on your platform, and he has eyeliner on laying in the bed. And his only clap back to me, and you, sir, out of all people know the documentary series that we're getting ready to slate to go on streaming. We haven't chosen which deal we want to take, but that Larry Reed series is going up. It's going up. Okay.
And y'all, listen to this. Now, I'm sure, I'm positive, I know what they say about Larry Reed, but I don't believe he would be the only one in the world with those type of allegations. So it really goes to who she is as a person because girl, you could be finding all kind of people that's doing stuff like this to kids, but the fact that you chose to go against somebody that was your friend, it really tells who exactly you are because I'm not saying he's innocent. Frankly, I don't really know everything that happened, all except for I know, it was a man, or well, he's a man now, that said that, Larry had did some things to him. But I hope y'all is understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why is it her life mission to go after Larry? I mean, why? Like, it just kind of speaks to your personality, and I'm not excusing whatever he may have did, but I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It just really speaks to who she is. And see, what I get from Tasha is she tells the story, but she doesn't seem to tell the true story, because what is her sole purpose in going after a person that she was friends with this man?
And everybody will know him, especially in Hollywood. About Levante and others that he's been accused of violating and even admitted in text. There were tests that were ran on these little boys, you know. It's just very distasteful that the only thing that they could go to was, I'm watching Larry, and it's like, I'm not gonna address this. I don't have to address this because it's irrelevant. They try to create distractions. Oh,
So, y'all, what she's saying is Larry lying on her. He making it up because he's trying to distract from whatever it was he did. But I don't know. Now, I have saw some of Larry Reed's videos, and I thought, and I could be wrong, I thought he talked about that situation. So I don't know if he's distracting from it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know that, if it's false. I don't know. But what she's saying, again, she's talking about Larry Reed. Remember, this video was about Make It Make Sense. You guys heard her mention Storm, but she's going to say some more stuff about Storm.
she thinks she this, she that. She has a, but yet in one sentence, oh, we had intimate conversations and, you know, about this, and me and Tasha almost did this. And so he was alluding to the fact that we either almost slept together or slept together, was what he was trying to say. And the reason I stopped fucking with him was because he wouldn't give me money. This is Larry's this is Larry's excuse as to why just me, not Daryl, who came out with these stories, and I questioned Larry about this. Daryl came out with these stories years before I picked him up. And I was only associates with Larry to do an interview. He came to my house one time. I did an interview. That was when my studio was in my house. And truth be told, after that interview, I didn't interview no one else in my house because his spirit was so bad. The man was sitting on a counter one day. He was like leaning on a counter, and he put his ass tooted up so high. I was like, why is he bending over like that? And why is everybody that hang around him feminine like that? Like, and that's, I said, these people can't be around my children no more. It's the deception.
Okay, so she wants to know, why is Larry this? Why is he that? So I guess she's saying she didn't know that he liked men, but she has made a declaration that make it make sense like men. So you see what I'm saying? She doesn't tell a truthful story. It seems like she tells what she wants to tell, and this is, it's kind of like not really the truth. It looked like some truth mixed in with some lies, but hopefully she's going to get to this other portion about Storm, because like I said, I wanted to show you guys that, Storm's video was really, they were talking about her because she, has started talking about him. And if you guys paid attention, to that video that I showed you, what is it, the Love Jones show, I think it was, what she said to him first is, she was saying something like, why does she keep talking about you? So this is what she was talking about.
Because it had nothing to do with him being gay. You're gonna be gay, be gay. I have gay people around my kids. They go to school, they come to the house. I have gay friends, my gay best friends. They watch my kids. But there's a difference when you claim that you're heterosexual and these children are seeing you with women and lie to women and sleep with men with hair products that belong to your kids in the house. And your lover, who is your assistant for 20 years, says that he is talking to your wife and getting your kids ready with his sperm in his butt that you guys use to get in there with hair products like pink oil moisturizer and cocoa butter and blue magic grease. And then he would go to your wife's face while she was pregnant with your child. With his cum in your butt. No, you will never be around my children. You will never be around my children. What you mean you can't hear me? You can't hear me? Hold on. I'll start it over. Hold on. My signal is good. What was the last part that you heard? Exit and come back out. Exit. They probably are flagging it. It's fine. I don't care. Flag it. Flag it. It's fine. I have a whole site, TashaKLive.com, and I can go and redo this and make it very well. Um, what was the last part that you heard? What was the last part that you heard? Just tell me. Pink lotion. So no. And then there was one time I didn't even tell y'all about this. I was doing interviews in my house, and Tantu comes downstairs because we have a bathroom where the studio area was. It was like 3 levels. I still own this house. And Tantu was like, Mom, I found something in a baggie. Now, mind you, Lamine was crawling around on the floor at the time. He was like under one. And she gave me a baggie. This is why I stopped doing interviews in my house too. She gave me a clear baggie. It had a Tesla pill in there. It was a little diamond white pill and it said Tesla. Okay. So you can't hear nothing. Y'all go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. That's when I started doing studios outside of the house. Okay. That's when I started doing studios inside of the house. So let me do this. Let me see if this is better. Okay. Okay. I took the Tesla pill is a Molly pill. And my kid could have picked that up and ate that. And I there would have been nothing nobody could have told me. Because there would have been flat out murders of everybody that was in that house that night if my child would have picked up that pill. Seriously. And so it was things that it was 2 warnings, and Larry Reed was one, and that was the time he came over to do the interview, and that was the other time, and that was it. And I said, okay, babe, we get in a studio, and we went and got a studio in Norcross and did all our videos there. And trust me, the people that we had can't come through there smoking weed, smoking herb, all types of shit, bro. Like it was just like this is crazy. And I have to always spiritually and energetically clean myself. But back to making
in ghetto, because if you're doing interviews, why would the people that's coming to interview with you be, having weed? It's just the whole makeup is just giving ghetto. So she's just rambling. Let's get back into it.
makes sense. Um, Funky Dineva, and these are creators that you like, and we like him too. But he did do a lot of content that was distasteful towards women. Some that when I first started, I didn't realize I aided in.
So this is where she's, talking about Funky Dineva. He don't got nothing to do with this either. And so I'm just bringing this out because some of y'all is very slow. Like I said, maybe, just maybe, some of y'all just didn't, finish elementary school. Now, I'm not talking about my people. I'm talking about them other people. But this is where the problem starts because she's mentioning people that don't have SHIT to do with any of this. Now she's gonna start talking about Funky Dineva and how he treated black women, which I get it, but she also was with him doing the same thing.
And I've since apologized to that black woman, and I said that would never happen again, ever, ever. Um, and that's neither here nor there. That was the past, and I'm talking about because I don't want to reignite no beef between them. Same thing with TS. Same thing with Armand. Same thing calling black women, dark skinned women, monkeys. Saying they look like monkeys. and Storm, that's a whole nother issue right there. I that's a beast that I'm like, you know what? The Lord is
Okay, Storm name again for all of you that's wondering why is Storm making a video about Tasha?
dealing with that. I don't even have to deal with that. The Lord is dealing with that. So this
So what she's saying is Storm, she don't have to deal with that. The Lord is dealing with that shade. You see what I'm saying? This is the part that I want y'all to hear because apparently y'all didn't get it.
built on the backs of two black women, Jaguar and Tasha.
So she also said his platform was built on the backs of two black women, Jaguar and Tasha. Now, this man is somewhere probably was minding his business until she said that.
So that's a whole nother issue. Birth by one. Okay. And the thing about it is that when I sit up as a Patreon and watch a show, and like you don't have to do it, but I also have a platform that can be used to educate and make the conversation bigger as well too. So I hope that you don't take this as being a victim, or I'm I hope you don't take this and become a victim, because a lot of black gay men do. See, I'm being attacked, and I don't see that in you. I don't see that in you. I see the manly moments come out. I do, but I do know you one of the girls, okay? And you making a lot of money, and you getting your views, and ain't nobody built you, bro. But there are black women that put you here, and there are black women that I know personally that you take care of. Like he's like that. Like he does this. He's like that, and I love him for that, and I will still support him. But I just have to say that taste that was put in my mouth was you sitting up and platforming two men accepting their money when they have been accused of the most heinous crimes in the world, fucking with kids. And then when I put out that they were fired for fucking with kids, not because, and I love the way Sean Davy Way put it. I love Sean. Sean was like, Larry sat up on that platform, make it make sense. This is how you have to start putting your thinking caps on when you're watching content. Some of it, yes, it's for entertainment consumption, but you got to be able to provide a different perspective. But instead, you providing a perspective, you stood back and you was like,
Okay, it is for entertainment perspective. She just made it seem like earlier that she was a news broadcaster and she was bringing stories that have helped the community. You see what I'm saying? Like this is just not making a whole lot of sense.
oh my God. Now, I don't believe Larry did this, but it's funny. And it's like, shout out to Sean Davy Way for saying, y'all, if y'all believe for 1 second that Larry got fired because of Tasha K and the winos, and not the allegations that have already been out here floating around, but when they got to my platform, BET heard. They didn't hear when they was on Daryl's platform. BET had no clue. BET had no clue when all the smaller creators that did that work, the work that I called Larry about, and I said, Larry, me and you had a conversation. The intimate conversation that he's talking about, Mims, was that me being molested, and he claims that he was molested. And I remember very clearly in that conversation that he said he wasn't protected by a black woman, his mother. hmm And I was like, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. And I think his mother.
Okay, so here's the deal. Whatever conversation she had, which it seems like it was would make it make sense. Why is she telling us about this? So if he confided in her and they shared something, whatever, about whatever happened to them, why is she doing a video about it? Like I'm just gonna let it play out, y'all. This is too much.
And his father should have protected him. I don't think the blood should have been on his mother. I don't. I think that's both parents and the entire family. And I apologize to Larry Reed for him not getting the protection that he needed, because it obviously bred him into the molester that he is.
Okay, let me make a correction. I think she's talking about it happened to Larry. Maybe she didn't say make it make sense. Okay, so let me correct that.
Today. And you notice I'm not using no allegedly for a reason. Justice for Levante. Justice for the other victims. Okay. So, so when Sean said, y'all, this text message was just a reminder. Whenever we get story updates, we put them out there. No, I didn't get that text message thread from Vincent while he made a video saying it was misleading and old and that, but it came from you. The same reason, the same way Larry came in your booty and you're angry about it. That text message came from you because he was the first person he called whenever they dropped him from BET when the docu-series that Make It Make Sense reviewed was platformed on my show, because we're like that. We're like that. That's why we're doing deals now with Hollywood, because we're like that. So when I decide, Tasha K and the team, because we just added some other creators to the team that will be bringing to you real life, true crime stories on things that have happened within the Black community that we will be funding. If you are not being a good person and you are taking advantage of children, the world will know about it. So if I were y'all, I would get out here and say what you got to say so nobody can tell your story. But when I see a man who has built his platform on reviewing, and now you're into breaking stories, which is great. But if you don't break stories and you stand for nothing, what's the purpose? What's the purpose? Is it just for the views? You have to choose a side. I know that you are a Black gay man.
Okay, so when she says, is it just for the views? When she ran an entire campaign against a woman, Cardi B, which she knew the entire time that everything she said was a lie. But as her friends, who of course she's no longer friends with today, said that everything she did it because she knew it would bring her clout. So, girl, please, please, please stop it.
Isolated. I do know that. And I understand what comes with that. And y'all typically don't like to get involved in the conversations. And yes, if you are attacked, then you want to attack that person. But you have to understand, you represent something much bigger than being Black and gay. You represent a male figure that people look up to, whose platform they enjoy, and they expect for you to do the right thing, the noble thing. And when you don't, we get in your ass. When I didn't do the right thing in the past, they got in my ass. Sometimes.
Girl, you didn't do the right thing in the past and still today. So I'm going to let me stop sharing this. Like I said, I just wanted to show you all where that video came from. I mean, I did not play her video, which I just did because I was simply just reacting to the video that Storm and the young lady did. So hopefully, y'all ate y'all Wheaties and, all of this can sink into y'all brain because some of y'all, and it's the trolls, some of y'all are slow and you probably need to either go back to school, read a dictionary, or probably do both because some of y'all just ignorant. So if you, and I said ignorant, not ignorant, y'all ignorant. So if you don't know what a reaction video is, again, go back to school. That's probably the problem. So I was reacting to her video. So whether you like it or not, I don't give an F. Okay. So that is where that video came from. And that is why y'all saw the video I did because he's like, why does she keep talking about me? She must miss me. And of course, their conversation led from one thing to another. But again, don't speak on people and bring up people's names and don't expect them to respond when they're not thinking about you. Now, I didn't want to continue her video because it is pretty long, but she makes some other statements about Storm. Basically, saying, stuff about his career and whatever it is she's saying. I don't remember exactly the verbiage, so I don't want to mess it up. But, he can do what she did, go and get a celebrity and just lie and get sued. I mean, that's what she did. So, she makes it seem like she did this grandiose thing when you were desperate. You were desperate. You did not care about your integrity. You didn't even care about getting sued. So stop trying to make it seem like you did this great thing. You built your stuff on a lie because you lied on somebody. You lied on them, you kept it going, and that is why you're in bankruptcy court now. I remember it because it's around the time that I started my YouTube channel, because I was like, man, who is this crazy woman that's, being sued by Cardi B? And then I start reading it and I start doing the research, and I'm like, why would somebody allow themselves to get sued for something so minuscule? But then after I learned who she was, I got it. I said, okay, she doesn't, you know, she's not educated enough to understand that you can be sued when a person tells a flat out lie on you. Now, you can have an opinion, but telling a flat out lie on somebody is something that you can't do. So, for all you weirdos in the comments, anybody can, go to the top real fast. All you got to do is do something crazy. Some people don't want to do those things. So I, again, wanted to just show y'all the video and kind of let y'all see why, what was the result? Why did he make that video? Because some of y'all was like, well, why you do that? You don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to get ready to go to bed because, like I said, I do work. Okay. See y'all later.